I'm sorry, we're starting.
Today I will be focusing on the S word and how it is necessary for our development. So, the S word. Human beings are social animals. A lack of human association can lead to distress and emotional discomfort. By now, I'm sure you're all wondering what the S word is.
Most definitely.
It's for socialization. Oh, okay. We are all social beings. We work and live in groups. We depend on each other for security, food, and shelter, among other essential needs. It is important that we learn to interact with each other in a cordial manner. To survive, we must learn to coexist in peace, manage stress, obey authority, resolve conflicts, and respect each other. As human beings, we can only do these things if we are socialized. This has generated a passionate debate about the role of socialization in our developmental growth. To determine the question whether socialization is necessary for our development, we must understand what it means. So, ladies and gentlemen, what is socialization? My friend Dave has an interesting answer, and he states that because of the size of his family, whenever he sits down at the dinner table, he says he's socializing. But to define it more fully, it is the process of how we relate and associate with each other. According to Diana Kendall, socializing in our time, one starts socializing when he or she is a toddler and continues to do so through adulthood. Therefore, there is no specific stage one is supposed to start or stop learning how to socialize. Every event, process, or interaction teaches children the art of life. They learn the value of religion, virtues, and culture that their parents, teachers, friends, and the surroundings have placed on these things. In terms of development, the people that a child interacts with on a daily basis leave a lasting print on the place and position of the child in the world. The child's experience outside the confines of its home plays an essential part as well in its development. The environment, namely its home, school ambience, friends, teachers, religious leaders, relatives, and peers, may make the child feel loved or unloved, competent or incompetent. The child watches, listens, and carries out tasks within its context. According to Roberta Burns, socialization and support, the feedback derived from a child's conduct systematically molds its character, behavior, and self-esteem. It is often said that children are not good listeners, but at the same time, they are great imitators. Most people therefore consider socialization an essential part in a child's development, as it teaches a child ideal conditions for one to fit into a stable society. There are individuals who think that socialization is not necessary for development. They believe that human beings can grow into stable persons as long as they are healthy and well-fed. They argue that restricting one's scope of social interaction can, on a daily basis, does not have any meaningful impact on the person in terms of developmental growth. Opponents of the other side argue that isolation does not deny a person an opportunity to learn about obedience, structure, peer pressure, and individual identity. These traits are inherent in human beings for survival. However, it is important to remember that such essential traits as compassion is only acquired in the process of socialization. How do we resolve this conflict of thought? I believe that we all understand that it is extremely difficult for one to live alone. And for this main reason is why God created Eve to live with Adam. We need each other. I believe it is important that we learn to relate and interact with each other. We can only do so if we are socialized into a group to learn about the importance of friends and family, religion, authority, and sexual orientation, among other things. I strongly believe that socialization is central to development. It is vital that a deliberate effort by the parents and the community as a whole is made to ensure that their children appreciate the significance of socialization. It is by doing so that we learn the value of respect, faith, joy, gratitude, and obedience. I wish to urge everyone to understand the importance of socialization, as it is central to our developmental growth. Everyone needs to develop the capacity to resolve conflict, handle stress, and live amicably with other people. To do so, we have to socialize with others. We need to know that the world doesn't revolve around us as a single individual. Socialization is just as necessary as clothing is. Thank you.